Hi Cancers, welcome to your January reading. Thank you for tuning in. Of course, I want to wish all of you an amazing, blessed, happy, healthy, magical 2021. I hope this year will be an amazing year for the Cancer Collective. All right, so of course, this full moon of ours, is still coming up if you're listening to this in December. Really undoing ourselves and having this whole reset moment right before the new year begins. If you're listening to this in January, honestly, it will continue in the month of January. This is a very important month for me. I'm sorry. For us, well, me included, because I'm a Cancer sun and rising, if you didn't know. But definitely an important month where we're being asked to look closer and look deeper into what we want, where we feel connected to, and what no longer is in alignment with us, and really set some healthy new boundaries and some goals. And I know that's something that it's on a continuous basis, all of that, but it's really important this month you choose a certain direction, because the rest of the year sometimes some confusion will come in. You might not feel really sure. You might feel like you can't really make a decision. So if you set certain things for yourself, really reflect upon it, really tuning in with yourself, work on your meditation, all of those things, and get some clarity for yourself, then take that as a guidance this year for the moments where you feel a little low, or for the moments where you're not really sure because of the astrology is messing with you. It's like this month is like a little present for you, and you really can get some clarity and some answers this month. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. Of course, there will be other months this year where you will have those moments, but January is definitely a good month for us. Like, we'll get a lot of help from the above, all right? All right, let's tune in. Different energy. I mean, we're now no longer dealing with the 7th house. We're dealing with the 8th, and that's different, okay? So, I feel when it comes to relationships, things stable down, or they actually reach a certain top, and then things smooth out. It's about other things than the relationship is up for questioning, or the friendship, or working on the relationship with ourselves. It's now more on the outside. So there will be some difficulties coming with that, but it's here to heal on a deeper level, and I think it can only really take us on to the next level, basically. So I'm not seeing it as something very negative, but be conscious of your health, be conscious of how well you take care of yourself, and how much you are prepared. If you come prepared this year with all the aspects of your life, you'll definitely will have some really good results. Just be prepared, be conscious, and you can really make a lot of things happen. And I think that's just a much easier energy to deal with than we had to deal with in 2020. 3 of Pentacles, exactly that. Work mode is on, but also like, hey, who am I keeping close? What are the things that I can mean for a bigger collective, or for a small collective, or who is around me? What are my interests? Like, all of those things, really connecting with like-minded people. See if we can make some things happen with other people that have this similar interest or a similar goal in mind. We can really put our hands together and just make stuff happen this year, exactly, with you on top as the leader in the chariot. So beautiful. All right, 3 of Swords with the Chariot. You might actually have to leave a job. A job might come to an ending for you, and comes quite as a shock. Yes, exactly. So this is like things ending, letting go. If something is leaving your life, or you're being asked by the universe to move on with certain things, don't question it too much. Things are really happening for you at this time. It's just important to understand that a lot of things are happening in lives of people around us, people who are close to us. So some people may lose their jobs, and you kind of have to be there in supporting level. Or a friend might lose a loved one or something like that. It really is things around us, but we are actually really good at being there for people. Like it's something that we naturally possess. So it's like almost like your natural skill set is being asked to use, put to use for this comfort and the softening for other people. So that's something that, you know, you naturally have a talent in. And so your best qualities are actually being needed, you see, by other people. It can be in big ways, can be in small ways. We have the Death card here, which sorry, I need to speak slower. Represents the 8th house, and again the 8th house energy with the Scorpio card. So yeah, I do really feel like you're coming out of an unbalanced situation. You might have dealt with someone who is like really going through a hard time, might have been a Scorpio. But I also feel that there's, yes, exactly, there's a shift happening in that particular situation. It's like you came from a place where there was just imbalance, emotional imbalanceness. Like maybe you weren't feeling that well. You were maybe really low in your energy of things coming back to you, or sadness or grief and things like that. But I do see that there is a shift happening in that for you guys. Really lucky this month. Also in general in the year, you'll be really lucky with certain things. Use your intuitive energy, claim your high priestess frequency, and it will definitely guide you towards getting yourself out of a burning house. All right, I don't know why I want to put it that way. That's just what I heard. Get out of the burning house and use your intuitive guidance. Like for example, I'm not going to put this in the universe, but I'm just saying, let's see, I saw it on a documentary once where they practice, okay, getting out of a burning house. Okay, so they basically had like this whole thing set up, and people were like asked to be in the bed in a certain room. They had sort of memorized, you know, where it is, where it was, and then, you know, the smoke came in and they had to try and get out. Of course, there was no real fire, but there was a lot of smoke. So the thing is, the moment that you're being asked to come out of, you know, out of that situation, you can't do it by sight because you can't see anything. You have to do it by your intuitive energy of like, okay, I know here's a closet, I know here's a door somewhere here. Like you really have to sort of use your memory or use your intuitive hits of like left, right, go forward, all right, take a breath, you know, don't breathe in, like all of that. You really are doing it on like a natural instinct. And that's what I'm feeling with guiding yourself through certain situations, of really using your intuitive guidance to get out of toxic connections, or being underappreciated at work, and how to deal with those situations. Like something just feels off and you're listening to it and you're trying to really put it into work in the here and the now. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling strongly for you guys. So the Devil energy. I also feel like you might be dealing with someone who one day is like so sweet and the next day just completely goes ham on you. Like what is that about? I don't know if that connects to you, but like it's like day and night. It's like, is it even the same person? Are you possessed with? You know, that's an I don't know who that person is, but it's not a stable energy, at least that's how I feel. Yes, exactly. Knight of Swords. I really do feel you're having a hard time with people around you, because you may actually have such heightened intuition, heightened insights, maybe really psychic dreams, and you call the person like, listen, I had this dream about you, and when I have these type of dreams about people, they need to be careful, so I'm just giving you a heads up. And then they're just attacking you for it. Like it's almost like your fault that you felt it, and it's like you're doing it no, it's not like that. You know, I feel and yeah, it's like an attacking energy on like you just knowing, like, I'm sorry, I'm the high priestess, I was born this way. Ooh, that was a soft fall because there was a pillow here. It's okay. All right, it's fine. Yeah, like that's just, you were born this way, right? So, and it's about not being afraid to step into that truth. But I also understand that if you tell somebody once, like, you know, I had this dream or I had this feeling, like, you know, be careful, and they're just attacking you, like, oh, you always with your, you know, feelings like that. You're like, you know what? All right. If you don't want to know, then you don't want to know. But don't call me because I warned you. right? To really understand that, don't attack yourself for having that intuitiveness, or don't attack yourself to just for that because someone is not open to receive it. Just be like, okay, it's up to you. Like, you know, I feel that I'm being guided to at least share it, and whatever you do with it is up to you. It's not up to me, and it's definitely not saying that I shouldn't do it in the first place. All right, so the Ace of Wands comes in with the Six of Pentacles. I do see like a balance is restoring, and being able to have certain people who are open for that and open for your true authentic self, because that's what I'm keep hearing, Cancer. It doesn't necessarily have to be spiritual or intuitively. It's just people are embracing your talents, like the things that make you special, the things that make you you. And I feel like that just really motivates you, and you are being able to let go of a feeling of like, I don't want to feel this much, I don't want to be this way, but I am. And like now I feel like it's actually helping you moving forward, and it's actually a special skill that now you're embracing with, or you know, grabbing with both hands. And like, you know, it's almost like, because you're not trying to make something stable that isn't, you know. Because for example, when it comes to being so sensitive to other people's energy, or sensitive to things around you, or just that intuitive and just doing things by feel, how you feel about it, like it's not something stable. And to understand that that is the magic of it, and that is actually the power of it, and not trying to make it stable. For example, this work that I do, I really have to be in a certain energy. Like, of course, the general readings are a little bit different, but when I do personal readings, it takes a certain type of energy for me to really tune in, to really, you know, connect to that person, and really being able to help, right? To be helpful, because that's like the main thing I want to be when I do a personal reading for someone. Otherwise, they wouldn't come and knock on my door. But I have to have a certain type of energy, a certain type of frequency, but it's something that I cannot push. Right? I mean, I can sort of guide it with like drinking a lot of water, making sure I get enough sleep, you know, all of that. But if the energy that particular day is just already draining for empaths, or for, you know, light workers, or for me, or in general, then I can't push that. But the thing is that I can do two different things. For example, I can be really focused on, I really needed to get it done today. Today is the deadline. And or just like, okay, this is the goal, this is what I want to reach, but I'm not going to push myself too hard, because I know the work will not be as good if I do it in the right timing. It's divine timing, it's the right energy. I will get so much more done, and I will not be frustrated. So I had to learn how to cope with that energy. And I feel, I'm only saying that because that's something I feel with you guys as well. You're understanding your power, and know that that's not something extremely stable, but does see that as a magic and work with that unstableness and then make it work for you. That's with also other aspects of your life. Exactly, with the lovers as well. You're making decisions. You really, oh, it's so beautiful. I mean, honestly, look at this. You work hard, you understand what your qualities are, you put it to work, you're making decisions for your work. You know, whether it's your inner work, whether it's, you know, literally the work that you receive your income from, and then you are already at the Nine of Pentacles. So the moment that you start to understand what your power is, and you put it to work, and you really make that commitment and decision, look what happens. Like, you're already at the Nine of Pentacles level. You start to feel like you got something special in hand. You start to embrace your power and use it. And it's very powerful, because you leave alone the feelings that it used to bring you. The situation hasn't changed, but the feelings that you have towards it and the way you work with it, make sure that, you know, this will start to change and starts to shift. There's a lot of hurt and disappointments. It was not an easy year. 2020 was not easy, but you growed and evolved so much, Cancer. And that's what life is about in the end of the day. See, those, you have maybe a couple weeks where you felt bad, but I'm pretty sure there was some bad days there where it was really hard that you don't even remember. And so it's about the bigger picture. You learned, you grew. Look how you're coming into January as the Chariot, as you, your highest version of yourself, ready to leave this alone and ready to shift this energy of like disappointment and like fear and sadness and, you know, focus upon the negative, what all the things that have happened or all the things that couldn't happen, letting it come to an end. And look, it comes so strongly as the King of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. Stableness, emotional stability, which brings in spiritual stability. I really do want to clarify this Devil card though. There we go. The Hangman. It is exactly. It's like focusing up on the person that holds you in a certain way. A situation that holds you here. Something that happened that holds you here. Something that has power over you. You can break free from it because you can decide wherever you're ready to get off this. But you have to have the mindset of understanding and knowing and believing you can get off whenever you want. And the moment that you understand that on a mental level as well, but it's like it's about the higher knowledge of it all, you get justice. Things balance out for you and you come in as a high priestess. It's not happening to you because, you know, you're such a horrible person or you deserve this. No, it's happening for you. They want you to embrace your highest frequency, and then you have to go through certain things and to let it awaken within you. And you cannot keep certain things to yourself, Cancer, because you're afraid that they look up on you in a certain way. You have to step in your authentic self. You have to be that what you are. And instead of keeping it to yourself, because I know you're doing it out of protection, maybe for yourself. You don't want people to have a certain view of you. No, embrace it. Embrace your 2 cents and embrace yourself. And have fun while you're doing it. Because if you cannot completely accept yourself and all the things that make you you, who else gonna do that? It's very, very powerful. And for some of you, you're like, I don't understand what you're talking about. You will get there. But it's for those definitely. And not just with one collective, not just with one group. No, for everybody. This is me. Deal with it. Or not. But I'm not going to fit myself in or dim my light or dim my abilities in order to make you feel comfortable. When I know things, I just know them. Right? I can't change that. It's not something I choose to do. That's just what it is. That's how I feel. You're going to shift your energy. Alright, let me get one more card in the 7 of Swords. If somebody, by the way, yeah, it's exactly like the Queen of Swords. And somebody comes up really harsh towards you, they're afraid that you know something about them. Okay? So then they're like, oh, it's fake, it's not real, like, you know, like that. Yeah, they're afraid that you know more than they want you to know. Okay? But just act light and just be like, oh, you know what? That's it. With the Queen of Swords, cutting out the bullshit, being honest, being open, being real, speaking the truth, standing your truth. Don't dim your light to fit in. Something that is it's not of this time anymore. Beautiful. Princess of Summer. I'm gonna put these back in. You can expect to kindle a new relationship or close platonic friendship. You may suddenly receive an emotional message from someone to be invited to a social event. And if you are being invited to a social event, come as you. Show up in your true colors. Alright, so there might be something new happening right here. You see this whole aspect, this shift and change? Like you might actually receive a certain message or a person approaching you Could be a friendship, but could definitely, something go from one level to another level, and you're like, confused about it. But being open for that, because there are certain things happening and shifting, because the ending of the 7th house energy is near, right? All right, Cancer. If you haven't seen the 2021 readings, they are on my channel, so I'll link them down here below, or you can find them on my channel. And I just want to wish you guys an amazing Christmas and New Year's Eve if you listen to this before that. And otherwise, welcome to 2021. You made it. I love you. Mwah. Bye, Cancer. Go shine your light very bright, alright? If they cannot handle your light, then, they're gonna have to wear some shades, I guess. Bye.